On 29 September 2025, a conference was held in the form of a meeting to unveil the Gaza peace deal. Despite the meeting of the President of the United States, Benjamin Netanyahu, and his loyal servant, Donald Trump, in which a peace deal was discussed and presented to the world to end the conflict in Palestine, a raw fact will not change. A stubborn fact that Israel, post-2023, is the most hated country in the world. This was displayed in the UN meeting while American President Bibi spoke to the General Assembly, whereby more than 2/3 of all nations in attendance walked out. More than half of all countries at the United Nations walked out of Bibi's speech as a show of defiance and despise, all due to the genocidal war that Israel cruelly and mercilessly conducted on the people of Gaza for close to 2 years. Gaza has been battered and broken, decimated and destroyed, castrated and humiliated over a despicable, deceptive lie that Hamas started the war, a phrase that has been repeated ad nauseum. That is why the world hates Israel, and why protests all over the world, especially in Western countries, have been ongoing, relentlessly defiant of the powers that be. Hundreds of thousands have hit the streets in support of Palestine, proudly waving the Palestinian flag in opposition to Israel. The popularity of Israel, especially among youths, has plummeted immeasurably since the start of the conflict.
He tweets out that segment, a piece of it, where I said everybody under 30 is against Israel. There was an article in the New York Post just the other day. More than 60% of American Gen Z supports Hamas over Israel. Gallup just released a poll, days ago. Only about 1 in 10 adults under the age of 35 say they approve of Israel's military choices in Gaza. 1 in 10 adults under age 35. What I said was exactly right, entirely accurate.
The point is, Netanyahu is not popular in Israel, and he's increasingly unpopular here too. A new poll found just 21% of Americans have a favourable view of him. Meanwhile, support for Palestinian statehood is currently at 58% in the US, and just recently a wave of countries...
That is why even the late Charlie Kirk, in a letter to American President Bibi, told him of the worry he had due to the diminishing popularity of Israel among American youth. In response, Bibi met with influencers to discuss censorship of dissenting voices.
You said, we talked about the woke right, and you said, I call it the woke Reich. That's Christian influencers, okay? You said, we talked about the woke right, and you said, I call it the woke Reich.
And Trump purchased TikTok so as to make those online platforms more favorable to Israel. The peace deal was not made so as to end the killing, but instead improve Israel's image to the world and appear as the peace seekers in a genocidal war they started.